上一期视频发出后，关于辣妈为什么要在工业化如此发达的今天做如此返祖的事情，引起了大家的讨论。同样呢，我也抱着这样的疑问和工作室的老大 Stefano 聊了聊。我们现在来到了 Marzocco 一个非常神奇的地方，然后这个地方呢，就是专门帮有钱人定制机器的地方。然后这个地方的机器，真每一台都巨好看。然后呢，还有一些用布罩起来就是不能看的东西，我实在是很想掀开来看。但是这个地方的老大呢，就是 Stefano。好，那 Would you please introduce yourself?
I'm Stefano Della Pietra and I'm the product designer for La Marzocco.
So can you introduce this space for us a little bit?
Yes, we are in a workshop that is called Officine Fratelli Bambi.
Can you pronounce again slowly?
Yes, it's called Officine Fratelli Bambi, which means the workshop of the Bambi's brothers. So the Bambis are the founder of La Marzocco.
Yeah.
Officine Fratelli Bambi is the name of La Marzocco before it was La Marzocco.
Oh.
They changed the name around 1930, 1920,
or something
like that,
yeah.
After the first machine that was realized. So before the Bambis were panel beaters. So they were hammering metals for different type of business. They were not in the coffee industry. And then they started working in the coffee industry with our first machine in 1927.
Yeah.
And it became La Marzocco. So in this workshop we decided to take our first name, because what we are doing here is to work in a traditional way. So everything is fully handmade, as we were doing at the beginning of our history. And in this workshop we manage customization, and even every new shape, every new aesthetics and ergonomics for La Marzocco standard production is realized as first mock-up here.
So what's the flow of customization?
So usually it's pretty easy. We have two different levels of personalization of machines. So one, there is like colors, logos, things like that, are managed directly in our headquarters. Every time we have some customer that ask for something more, something traditional, different shapes and things like that, they will get directly in contact with us. And we will talk together on what we want to do. Because it's not easy to understand exactly when you want something customized, how you want it. So we help people to understand that.
Yeah.
And we try to realize it.
So usually how long does it take to finish the customization work?
Once we receive a standard machine from production, we remove the external shape and we put together the new one in something like 3 weeks. What is really variable is everything before. So to understand what the customer really wants, to fix a design, saying that's it, we love it, and then go on. So that phase before can be like designing, redesigning, designing. It can be longer or shorter depending on the customer.
Who is the toughest customer you have ever met?
For sure, maybe La Marzocco itself, because we have a machine upstairs here in Academia. There is 5 groups with all the technology of La Marzocco together, and that was for sure the hardest project we have ever made. That one is an example of customization connected to the location, because if you look at it, there is like this band back panel that has the same shape of the bar under.
Okay.
So we try to do also this type of job, like looking at the location of the customer and trying to put something inside the machine if he wants.
Yeah. So everything will look like this machine is these stores.
Exactly.
Fit in perfectly.
Designed exactly for your store,
For your store, your brand. What is the most crazy machine that you have ever built?
In the last year, we started building machine as panel beaters. So like hammering metals. And this was something that we were not doing till 1990, so it was 30 years. It's like you start with flat, usually aluminum.
Yeah.
Then by hammering it, you start giving shape. And then you have to weld it, polish it. It's like super slow process. It requires basically 3 months to have a machine done. And that for me was the craziest thing that we have done, because it's like in this moment where everything is so fast, everything is so industrialized, to go back to our roots and to go so slow in every little detail is something that can feel a little crazy for the moment.
Yeah, I think the work here is kind of pull the people back and relax, enjoy all the details and enjoy all the beauties of the craft.
Yeah, we always say it's always better to take one day more, but to have it realized as it should be, instead of doing fast but not to the level that we want to reach.
This is how long it should take, not the 5 minutes work.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not easy to understand it and to communicate it in the best way.
Yeah.
Because by looking just at the picture, it's really hard to understand when something is handmade or not. We need to be good in telling people the whole story and understanding how we really do that. And it's not easy.
Yeah.
But we love to do this. For people that understand it, you can see the passion also of the customer when sees something like that realized for him. So.
Yeah. 到处都有阳光，到处都有食物，到处都有咖啡，对，就是一个非常自由自在的环境。我想来Marzocco工作，你们缺媒体市场部吗？我可以来工作。当天下午，我们去到了辣妈位于佛罗伦萨北部的大本营。我们在那里看到了更多好看的机器、有趣的设计。相比于它和大部分工厂类似的流水线和规模，我更被他们轻松愉快的工作氛围所感染。每个小组都有自己的独特个性，严谨认真的接待部门，年轻活力的 Micra 团队，力所治愈的清洁打包部门，你可以真切地感受他们热爱自己手中的那份工作。那么辣妈接下来会有什么大动作，或者他们的研发会聚焦在哪些方面呢？我又抓住他们的研发经理，问了一些我关心的问题。I'm not supposed to say welcome to my channel. Would you introduce yourself to our audience?
My name is Riccardo. I'm the R&D manager. And I work for La Marzocco for 15 years. Yeah, I was a student when I decided to present my CV to La Marzocco, and then here I am.
So what's your special?
I'm a mechanical engineer, basically. Yeah. Coffee before the La Marzocco experience was just a beverage for stay up. But then I discovered a word behind the coffee. Now it's a passion.
I got a few questions. Espresso machine developed over 100 years, and La Marzocco was established at 1927. So we can say that the history of espresso is led by La Marzocco. But nowadays, more and more brands pop up, and they have kind of almost the same spec, like dual boiler, PID control, and pressure profile, and something. They can all deliver good espresso. So we can say that the challenge for La Marzocco now is quite big. I got two questions. The first one is, what do you think of those brands?
First of all, I would like to say that it's an honor that there are companies that introduce in their coffee machine what we developed in the past. So for being a leader, we need to have someone that follow us. So when we discovered that someone use our technologies, at the beginning it's like, but then if you think about it, you are honored, because we would like to be the leader, and having someone that use dual boiler and other stuff, it's something that pushes us to do something different and something more.
If there's no pressure, you will like stay where you are and you will move forward.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
So the second question is, what is the next move of La Marzocco?
On the counter, they also grinder. So grinder for us is the next step for the future. For sure, we think that coffee machine make the difference in doing the espresso, but we think also the grinder is a big part of the chemistry.
Before the most famous grinder for me is the Swift.
Yes.
It can also auto temp.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Dose and temp.
Yes, but it's a kind of, sorry for that, it's a long time ago.
Yes, it's a technology that we patented in the 98, long time ago.
Following this question about the next step of the Marzocco, you will put more energy on the grinder, right?
Exactly.
You will collaborate with the other brand or doing it by yourself?
Both.
Traditionally in Italy, when we are talking about espresso, we will talk about the 4M: espresso machine, grinder, coffee beans, and barista. And for me, the grinder is still a mystery for us. There's too much questions we need to answer.
Yes.
Yeah, so
we think the same. That's why we invest a lot of time in understanding being all the mechanisms for grinding this special part, because each beans is different from the others. So it's not like a sphere that always
the same, always deliver the same result.
It's a natural product, so coffee always change, and so that's why it's a big challenge. The space for the innovation on this, thanks to the fact that we need to discover a lot on this field.
What do you think about the super automatic machine like Eversys or Medita?
They are doing a good job, because the automatic machines are really complex, and because there are a lot of part movement, and the quality is good. But we think at the same time that improving our traditional machines, we can simplify the usage, the flow, maintaining their specific job and their knowledge. For the straight-in was another example where we simplify the manner to insert the portafilter. ABR is another good example.
We can say that we approach a good cup of coffee in a different direction. Automatic machine, they use algorithms to control, but here we still want to harness more about human. The third question will be, if we look into the future, like 5 years from now, what will La Marzocco look like at that moment?
Continuing in studying the chemistry into the portafilter, where we extract the beverage. So we still invest in the pressure profile, we still invest in the control of temperature, mass, and other parameters that makes the difference in the extraction. But for sure, as I said before, the grinding phase will be the future for us.
这就是我们这2天在 La Marzocco Academia 还有工厂的一些经历。那反正对我来说 ，La Marzocco 真的就是一个有着非常悠久的历史，但是内心又一直想要创造一些新的价值，然后试图把人跟人之间连接起。你会真的会越来越尊重这个品牌啦。那佛罗伦萨辣妈之行就到这儿告一段落了。我是 Hope， 我们下期见，拜拜。